April Starr here, and I know we've mostly been talking about activity books, so just very quickly I wanted to share just a couple of our other types of titles. This one is That's Not My Dragon. This is a board book for young children, and on each page it has touchy-feely patches, which is a lot of fun for little ones, and easy to listen to, kind of predictable storyline. It's great for young ones. My 1-year-old loves these. And touchy-feely patches on each page. So these are very popular, and there's so many in this series. This one is The Dragon. This is Muddle and Match. This is extremely popular. It has an alliterated storyline on each page, but then you can mix up not only the character, but also the storyline, so that it goes together different funny-looking characters and different silly alliterations about what they're doing. So this one is very fun, very popular for little ones. This is one called A Squirrel's Tale, where your child can actually take the little squirrel, we also have a mouse about the house, and put it through so that it continues on through the story. There's dotted paths for it to follow and flaps as it goes through the story. So it's great for interaction and fine motor skills. It's a lot of fun. This is the complete book of Farmyard Tales, and this is a collected volume. It's really nice. A whole bunch of our Farmyard Tales, all of them. There's so many stories in here. It does come with a CD of all of them being read aloud. And one of the great things about this, for one thing, there's a little rubber duck spot on each page, so that's fun for them to find. But also it's called a dual reader, which means on the top of the page is kind of an abbreviated form of the story written in a very easy to read format. And then there's a slightly higher reading level at the bottom of the page that either the adult can read aloud, or as the child gets older they can read, that fills in kind of the rest of the story. So it's great for growing with your child as they're learning to read. So these are very popular, the Stephen Cartwright books with the little hidden duck. And then just a few for older kids. I love our See Inside books. These take Lift the Flap, but they make it so it's not just for little kids. So there's all sorts of things to learn about in these. This is See Inside How Things Work. But we have so many. Like here's See Inside Trains, and See Inside the First World War, and See Inside Great Cities. And they have so many flaps, sometimes even flaps inside of flaps. So can learn so much about each topic. They're fun and interactive. I just love this series. We also have our big books. This is the Big Book of Sea Creatures. And the neat thing about this is it's not only just a big book, but it folds out to be absolutely huge and has just these beautiful illustrations. I love these. And they have several different of these large fold-outs in it. This one's on sea creatures, but we have Trucks and Machines, or Big Book of Big Animals, lots of different titles in the series. So they all have these big fold-out pages. So those are a lot of fun. And then the last one, this is one I personally like to read just for myself even. These are great for teenagers. This is our Discovery Adventure series. This one's on submarines. There's also survival, which is really cool, spying, warships, all sorts of things. And it goes through, it has lots of information on the topic, but one of my favorite things is it has these comic strip sections of real life events. So we'll take, for instance, a historical anecdote of something that happened with submarines, maybe in World War II, and it tells it in comic book form. So it's a lot of fun to have these real life comic strips, all sorts of facts. Some of them even have fold-out pages. So many different neat things to be learning about in these. They're just full of information. This is exactly the type of thing that I loved reading as a teenager. Here's one of the fold-out pages, because it presents a lot of nonfiction, but it's not dry at all. It's very engaging. Peter Usborne apparently said that he thought you could make a children's nonfiction book as engaging as TV, and I think they do a really good job of that. So those are a few of our non-activity books for kids. Just a few of my favorites, but we have so many more. Be sure to let me know if you have any particular interests for your kids that you'd like me to find out for you. Thanks!